So, good afternoon. I'm glad that so many of you are interested to find out how to become a Joomler, so welcome. Let me first quickly introduce myself with a Lego, which we created yesterday, especially with the lipstick. You see a Lego guy rowing, and that's basically how my Joomla story started back in 2005. I live in the Netherlands, and I'm in a rowing team over there. And this was a race recently. We're rowing that red boat, and I'm sitting over there. And back in 2005, I wanted to create a website for my rowing team. So this was my first Joomla website ever. Or actually, it was a Mambo website, which I quickly migrated to Joomla. For those working with Joomla a long time, they know that Joomla is a kind of unique project. And how many of you know this guy? Not too many. It's Dries. He's the guy behind Drupal. And how many of you know this guy? That's a bit more. That's Matt from WordPress. So how many of you know the guy behind Joomla? It's our little dictator, right? It's sort of friend from Brazil. No, without joking, the Joomla community is different. We don't have a corporate building. We don't have any offices. We're all around the world. We also don't have any financial backers. So we don't have investors spending money on a Joomla project to make things happen, or not. No, back in 2005, a group of people came together and started the Joomla project. And you can see him on the photo over here, and I'm very glad that today we have, later today, a founders panel, and I think Andy Miller is over here, and Johan should arrive around this time. But in 2008, that leadership team looks already a bit different. And again, we have people from this leadership team at that time in this area. I see Chris all the way in the back. Hi, Chris. Ryan, not sure if he's having a quick nap. But a couple years later, the entire leadership changed again. So all the time, new people get involved, find other ways outside Joomla, but it's all the time in development. But the most strong part of the Joomla community is the community. And I'm very glad that we started to have more global worldwide conferences a couple of years ago. And the first Joomla World Conference was in 2012 in San Jose, USA, where we could meet all those great people of our community. And meanwhile, we've had some conferences, like in Noordwijkerhout. Tried to say that. In Boston, and in Germany, and in Cancun, Mexico last year, and earlier this year in Prague. And on all those pictures, there are people that are contributing to the community and make Joomla what it is right now as of today. So last year, during the World Conference in Mexico, I asked the question, how do we actually call ourselves? I mean, we're spending a lot of time, we're working with Joomla, but do we have a name for the people that are contributing to Joomla? And there were some names floating around already for a longer time. And during that conference, we decided, let's say, okay, we call ourselves Joomlers. And those that have been online for the past couple months will have seen that it's being used more and more now. And the definition of Joomla is volunteers that proudly contribute to the Joomla project. And during that conference, I asked everybody to make a tweet, a selfie, with the text, I'm a Joomler, with the hashtag at that time. And that created a great bunch of photos of the people that were in Mexico last year. All proud Joomlers. But it didn't end over there. Meanwhile, we have seen a lot of different uses of Joomla and Joomlers. For example, Puneet, he's also around here, asking for people, he's over there, to start a meetup, a user group in this area. But also for people that are having fun at a Joomla Day event in Sao Paulo. And again, our little dictator friend is over here, the Joomla founder. Or when we are having party with the community, having fun. I see Alessandro, yeah, you remember it? But also to thank people for what they are doing. Another example. Annibal, where are you? Can you please stand up? Give him a big hand for this great achievement. Thank you for helping out so many people online with Joomla. But also, when this was earlier this year at J and Beyond, or when we have to celebrate great achievements, the 10th birthday of Joomla. When another Joomla Day in Malaysia earlier this year, I guess some people in this photo are also here again. Or when you visit a city in a complete other part of the world and want to find out if there are any Joomlas around that want to meet up. And of course also during this conference. So, the Joomlas describe the people that volunteer for Joomla. Can I see hands of people that are using Joomla since 2005? So since the beginning. Wow, that's actually a lot. And who of you is volunteering for Joomla since 2005? Wow, that's a big difference, right? But I'm glad that so many, while they were using the Joomla software, decided to volunteer themselves as well to make it happen. But we're always looking for more help. And we actually need you all. You all in this room, all wherever you are around the world to make the project happen. So yesterday, I was in a session by Ashwin Dave, and he asked the question to think of every website project you're building, what is the piece in this that I could give back? So if you think about that question, every project you're working on, what can I learn, what can I share with the community? Maybe it's a bug fix, maybe it's a lesson you learned while building that website. That's where it starts to think about how can I contribute to Joomla. A lot of people think that you can only contribute to Joomla if you are a coder. And that's not true. We have many other things to do in a project, and I will show some examples later on. But of course, coders are more than welcome. I mean, Joomla is about code, so if you have great ideas, step forward as well. Then we have several options to contribute to the Joomla project. You can have incidental contributions, like, oh, I have 5 minutes, go to the Joomla forum and help another user out. The other option is to join one of the working groups. And I know many of you are part of one of the working groups and spending a lot of time in making things happen within those working groups. What if everyone that's using Joomla contributes 10 minutes per week to the project? That will be many minutes, right? Can you imagine what we could make happen if we would all contribute 10 minutes? Or maybe, if you have a bit more time, an hour a week. You can make a big difference by spending 1 hour a week if we all pledge to do that. If we're all willing to help out on whatever area help is needed. So, to give you a couple suggestions to contribute in Joomla. The first one, an easy one. Help someone on the forums. Who started, when they built the first Joomla website on the forums, posting a question? Who needed some help? Wow, you knew everything? All of you? I can't imagine. But who found answers on the forum while searching for solutions? Look. It was great that you saw those answers, right? But did you also help others out, meanwhile? You can do that in just a couple minutes. Go to the forums or anywhere online where Joomla questions are being asked and help someone out. Another option, attend or organize if there's no user group in your area. User groups are great ways to share knowledge and help each other with website problems or questions about Joomla. What extension can I use for this and this? User groups are really powerful for that, and we have many of them in the world, but also here in India. But I think there's still space for more in the entire Asia. And if there's not a user group in your area, why not start one? You don't have to be a Joomla expert to start a user group. You just make sure that people come together and start sharing their knowledge. Another option, I heard it quite often. Oh, yeah, the documentation is horrible. There are mistakes in the documentation. Did you know that you can create an account on a documentation website and fix it yourself? So rather than tweeting or complaining in emails about the documentation, you can also make the fix yourself in just a couple minutes. Always help is needed on that area, and there has been great improvements on the documentation in the past 2 years, thanks to the people that stepped forward and worked on that. Another option is translate Joomla and extensions. I mean, by translating Joomla, and I know over here in India there are even several languages and several Joomla language packs available, but it's important to translate it so you allow people that don't speak English as their native language to use Joomla as well. Another thing is, I once, a while ago, spoke with someone who said, oh, it's very annoying. Each time I update Joomla, I have to correct a language mistake. So each time he updated Joomla, he changed the language pack to make sure it was correctly. I asked, have you ever thought about reporting that issue or contributing it back so you don't have to fix? Again, without thinking ahead and think you can fix it yourself, do it. So, another option, test Joomla beta versions. Earlier today, last night or this morning, depends on where you were in the world, Joomla 3.5 beta 1 was released. It is on the homepage of joomla.org. You can click on download, install Joomla, and try to update a test website of you and see if everything is working fine. Quite often, after the stable release, a lot of people reporting issues that could have been discovered if everyone would download the beta version, especially when you are an extension developer. Make sure you download it, install your extension, make sure everything is working correctly. That saves a lot of hassle for many of us. How many of you made a solution custom for your client? How many of you contributed that same solution back to the Joomla project so that others could benefit of it? Great. That's the way how it works. If you fix something for your client, fix it for Joomla too, so the entire community can benefit of it. Join one of the working groups. We have many working groups in Joomla, and they're all working on different aspects, and all different type of help is needed. If you are a good writer, and you can write articles, I know many of the groups are looking for people that can write an announcement about something new. Or if you are a great graphic designer, we often need images for announcements or websites. So you can create that as well. The Joomla Community Magazine, a great place to learn and share knowledge. You can create a profile on there and submit your own article about something what you learned, or something you would like to share, or an idea you would like to share with the entire community. Many people reading that magazine. Or if you share your problems, and hopefully solutions as well, tweet about it, blog about it on your own website, or again, submit an article to the Joomla magazine. A lot of people will have the same issues, and when they start Googling for it, they find solutions because you solved it already. So share the knowledge you have around Joomla. But above all, we are looking for your talent. All of us have a specific talent. I'm really sure about that. And that can be website, but that can also something completely different based on your background. That's the great thing of Joomla. We have so many different backgrounds because 10 years ago, Joomla didn't exist, and we all had different jobs. So let's use that knowledge. So what do you get in return of it? A t-shirt. Any other ideas? What do you get back in return for contributing to Joomla? Happiness. Sorry? $100,000. Who paid you? Any other ideas? What do you get back of contributing to Joomla? Sorry? Joomla itself. Wait. Friendship. Great example. Beer. You get a lot of things back. Sorry? Extension package? Sorry. voldoening. Oh, satisfaction. Thank you. Dank je, Jesse, voor de vertaling. So for me, contributing to Joomla is a win-win situation. I can't imagine any better investment in Joomla than your own time. If we all would invest our own knowledge in Joomla, you will get it back for sure. You get it back in many ways, in better software, in friendships, in knowledge. For myself, when I started using Joomla, I was studying architecture. And I really enjoyed the community, how helpful everybody was creating my first rowing website. And after creating my first website, I created others and get more and more involved with the Joomla project. And without the community and the software, I want to be over here right now in India, which is basically amazing for me. I quit my study, working full-time on all kinds of Joomla things, which I really enjoy every day, and learning and meeting so many people around the world from so many cultures. So, where to start? Where do you start contributing to Joomla? Another thing we released last year was the volunteer portal. And that's a website dedicated to create an overview of all working groups in Joomla and all people getting involved with Joomla and the Joomlers. On that website, you can find an overview of all the working groups. And when you open a working group, you can see a description of what the group is doing, which Joomlers are currently involved, or which Joomlers have been involved in the past. And let's not forget about the people that make something happen in the past. You can find reports of the groups, what they are working on, what are their challenges, what are they looking for, and also to find out how you can get involved with the group yourself if you like it. And there are many groups. Start browsing them and start reaching out to the groups you like to contribute to, or if you have ideas for a certain working group. You can also find an overview of all the Joomlers that signed up on the portal. And again, I really like of the Joomla World Conference that, for example, Abhishek has been on that page for months, on the first page of the Joomla page. And on the pre-event, I met him. He's over there. Finally, a real human behind the picture I saw for a long time. So it was great to meet you. And again, an overview of all the Joomla working groups. The reports about the processes they've been made, or what they're looking for. So, the answer on how to become a Joomler is pretty simple in the end. Go to volunteers.joomla.org, create your Joomla profile, and start contributing today. And that's exactly what we're going to do this afternoon. And after you create the profile, share it with others. Let others know that you're now a Joomler and motivate others to become a Joomler as well. The more people we have contributing to the Joomla project in many areas, the better Joomla gets. So this afternoon, we have the Joomla in Action sessions to give you some good examples about how volunteering works. And I'm glad that many of you are here. So we created several working groups, and I would like to introduce you some Joomlers that are going to lead a working group, a Joomla in Action session this afternoon. Søren, can you please come to the stage for a second? Søren is going to lead a working group about the Joomla.org redesign. Can we get a hand mic, probably? Can you explain quickly what your group is all about?
Yeah, we're redesigning the homepage of Joomla.org, and we have already got a wireframe. So we're looking for people who can help us get feedback on the wireframe. Possibly people who are copywriters, good at copywriting. I mean, we already have it at a stage where we think it's finished. But if you at my session yesterday, maybe you have some feedback you want to give me. And then we're looking for designers, so people who can take it from the wireframe to actually put some pretty colors on it. And also I've heard that there are some companies that are potentially interested in sponsoring part of this work or contributing part of this work, and I'm interested in meeting with you guys as well.
Thank you. So if you're interested in that area, I will show an overview of the rooms where each group will be, but join Søren. The next Joomla in Action session we will have is Joomla 4. Marco, where are you in the room? Marco? Marco? Is he having a jet lag and sleeping? Okay. So I know that Marco, oh, wait a second, I know what he's doing. He's on his hotel room and making sure that his description is being filled. So Marco is going to lead a working group, if he will be there in time, but I bet he does, about Joomla 4. And Joomla 4 in many aspects. So it might be divided in several working groups. But if you have ideas to improve the Joomla interface for the backend as extension developers, how can we make it easier for a generic good interface? Or any of the ideas around Joomla 4, find Marco, it will be in this room, and get involved with Joomla 4. The next Joomler is Tessa. We've met her this morning. Tessa, can you please explain what you're going to do in the Joomla Extension Directory session? Quickly? Yes. Yeah? With the beautiful dress, right?
Thank you, thank you. So for the Joomla in Action, I'd love for you to join, especially if you're an extension developer or a user of the extensions directory. I put together a small presentation on how to easily get listed on the Joomla extensions directory without getting flagged with any issues. And I'd like to take lots of notes from the community about anything that you want improved or changed in the JED. And I want to show you the Jira issue tracker that we keep all of this information in. And I'm very excited to see you there. So you could be that one person that makes a huge difference in the extensions directory. So thank you. See you there.
Thank you, Tessa. I know that many extension developers are around here, so this is really your opportunity to provide suggestion and feedback for the JET. The next Joomla in Action session is Ruth. Ruth is going to lead a session about Joomla user groups and Joomla days and how you can organize it. She both organized a Joomla day and a user group in the UK.
Yep, so if you're interested in setting up a user group in your city, or you run a user group and you need some help with keeping things going or help with speakers, then that would be great to see you. You just need 2 people and a place to meet, and meeting up at least twice a year. So that's the requirement. It's not that difficult. And also, if you are interested in running a Joomla day in your country, then I've run Joomla days before, and a couple of other people who are coming have also been involved with setting up and running a Joomla day. So we're happy to talk about the kind of logistics and the planning that you need.
Thank you, Ruth. So the next Joomla in Action session, my Spanish friends, come to the stage. Will be about the Joomla Community Magazine. And these 2 great guys, I guess you don't look too much at the Spanish section of the Joomla Community Magazine, but you should have a look at it, because there are so many articles on the Spanish version of the Joomla magazine each month, and it's also thankful to their volunteering work on that.
Yes, hello, good afternoon. Well, we have a season now with the magazine. We will show how to make an account and how to publish an article. And finally, we will write an article about this event, and then we will publish it for everyone.
So great, thank you. Thank you. So if you're interested in writing an article about this Joomla World Conference and learn more about contributing to the Joomla magazine, find them. Another Joomla in Action session is from Sarah about the Joomla Certification.
Me and Sam, you can stand up. We will talk about certification. So if you are interested in having a certification done in your user group or in a Joomla day in 2016, come and talk with us. We're going to talk about how you do that and how you arrange it. Okay?
Thank you. And then we have another session about the Joomla Bug Squad. Ah, there you are. Yeah, Marco, you're too late. No, no problem.
Okay, we are going to have a bug squad session, which is the same which was like yesterday, and the Joomla 3.5 beta released in the morning, so we can test it out and report a bug at least if we have fix it as well. If we find, we can do it both. You can even test it. Whatever you just find, just report it. We have it's issues.joomla.org, and you can report it there. We can find bugs which needs at least one test, and we can make it 2 successful tests and get it out, and can release in the next version of Joomla and speed up the releases.
Thank you. So a great opportunity to test Joomla 3.5. Marco, can you? I guess you completed your Joomla profile?
Yeah, totally complete. No, I'm really bad at those kinds of things. Sorry. Hi, guys. Well, I know there's more people in here now than there were in my talk earlier this week, so yesterday. So anybody who's interested in contributing to Joomla 4, wants to know something about Joomla 4, what we intend, please join us in this expo session this afternoon, and we'll try our utmost to get you up to speed and answer your questions and see how you can contribute. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Let's see. So the last Joomla in Action session is one from myself about the Joomla volunteer portal. I know that many of you are new to the community and trying to find their ways to contribute. I would love to have a session about the volunteer portal and discuss and maybe already make improvements about how we can help you as a newcomer in the community to find your ways. What information you're looking for. What do you need to get to start contributing? So if you're interested in that area, please find me. So I really hope with all the contributions we have here that we can find another 10 next years and also continue when we are all back home after this conference. Keep spending an hour a week or less, or any contribution is welcome. So keep doing that and make Joomla rock. Thank you for that. So for the Joomla in Action sessions, we divided the rooms as follows. The Joomla.org redesign, please find one of the corners of this room. This corner? Okay, you have this corner. Joomla For, another corner. Which corner do you like? I'll take the opposite. That corner over there. Then we have the Joomla extension directory, Tessa. The stage. So let's do the one in the back over there. Yeah, yes, please. Or you have to change with one of the guys. But. And then the last corner of this room, all the way in the back, will be for the Joomla magazine and write an article about it. The Joomla Bug Squad session will be in the Tech Joomla room. That's also in your program book on the back. There's a map of the conference rooms. It's all the way in the corner over there. And opposite of that room, in the Pluto room, you haven't been there before this conference, but there is another room over there. There will be the certification program. The Joomla user groups and Joomla Day will be in the sponsor lounge. And that is in the corner next to the ARC room. So that's a sign on the door, which is a sponsor lounge, so go there for that. And for the volunteer portal, we will go to the ARC room. So have fun, enjoy, and I'm looking forward to see all the contributions. Oh, sorry, the magazine. No, I mentioned that in the corner. Yeah. Thank you.